Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary gzduels, and yes, I've crossed over into the dark side. I'm starting to play Bujins. The reason why I did this is because one of my subscribers requested it, I think, and so I'm gonna have my go at it. I have experience with it. I helped one of my friends help him build one, and it's a really simple deck to play. But to play it well, I guess, requires some practice. So I'm here to just do it. For example, over here, he wants to attack me. I decided to use hair rather than use other things like Fiendish Chain and stuff like that, because I know that he probably has more effects that I'm more inclined to negate rather than, giving up this. And plus, I know that on my turn, I can add a crane and then just discard this bear that I don't think I'll ever use this. I don't think I'll ever use for the remainder of this duel anyway, so I just, I can win back something instead of wasting something much more valuable like Fiendish Chain. And over here, he try to use the effect again. I use Valor on it. Unfortunately, because he activated the effect, even though it's negated, he will be able to search with Wind Up Factory. Yeah, pretty broken, but it's okay. I thought, as long as I have Vanity's Emptiness on the field, I should be able to do pretty well, because as long as it's on the field, no matter what you add, if you keep adding Sharks, it doesn't matter. If you add Magician, it doesn't matter with the factory, because you can't use them. You can't special summon, so therefore I will still win at the end of the day. And I'm drawing pretty well now. I'm drawing into the Quillin and stuff, so my next priority is to use Quillin to get rid of the face-up Wind Up Factory. Now, my opponent can only play very passively right now, trying to get rid of my Yamato, because he doesn't have an MST. He can't special summon, so he's going to try to see if this snowman will do the trick. So what I'm deciding to do is I'm going to use Quillin, get rid of the factory, because that will generate a lot of pluses, go for the attack, and then use Crane, because I have 3. I'm not too scared of I'm not too scared of wasting 1 or 2. Plus, that thing has to be gotten rid of eventually, because at any moment he could just try to crash. And I can just add Turtle and just discard Turtle into the grave. Turtle is a really good card. And so he draws into the Dimensional Prison. He has to set that, and he's playing Rabbit. He has to set that because he does, now that I have Turtle, he can't just like flip up the effect of Snowman and target, and I can just negate it. So he's going to try to see if he can bait this out. So I decide I'm going to attack. He's going to try to bait out my Turtle by activating Dimensional Prison, a very skilled play here. I'm going to negate, of course, and then when the Snowman gets flipped up, he can then target me, and no worries to try to destroy it. So unfortunately for him, I do have the Divine's Wrath, and I'm going to discard the Centipede. That's what's really good about it. I run 1 tech Divine Wrath, and unfortunately, since my Divine Wrath was sent from the field to the graveyard, he will be able to special summon now, because my Vanity's Emptiness will get destroyed. At the end phase, I can use my Yamato and then just get another Turtle into the graveyard. So I have Centipede and Turtle, so I hopefully will do pretty well. Now, my opponent is going to use Wind Up Rat. He summoned it, and I was waiting for him to summon out Shark. He didn't, so I was like, okay, it's worth it to just use the Fiendish Chain on the Rat, because he wants to use Rat's effect to special summon out the Soldier, and then he summons out Shark. But by stopping that, I get to stop a bigger explosion, and then when he uses his effect, I'm going to chain MST and just destroy his face down card, which is a Torrential Tribute. Very good. So over here, we're pretty much evenly stacked. He has, a few cards. I have a few cards, but I draw into Mikazuchi, so that's really good because I can start generating more pluses. So what I decide to do is use Centipede, get rid of the back row, so I can actually summon successfully, and then just not attack into this this monster, because there's no rush in it anyway. So I'm gonna use both of my monster's effect, generate some pluses, add Bujin Carnation. I probably should have added the Bujin Regalia trap card, mainly because I have things to return from the graveyard, as well as, a crane to recycle, but it really doesn't matter. He's playing passively also. He's using a Grand Mole. Really doesn't matter for me, because I can just summon back the Yamato like nothing happened. Plus, I have Mikazuchi on the field, so I will always have the monster, one more monster on the field. So since I discarded Quillin last turn, I am able to just normal summon out my Yamato, and then use Quillin's effect to get rid of that monster first, and then I'm going to just normal summon out Yamato and then just attack directly. I don't think he runs Gores or Tragodia like that because he's a wind-up deck and he has a lot of traps. So chances are he probably won't have Gores because his field will basically never be empty. That's ideally the case. So I'm just going to actually add a Yamato and then discard Yamato because I want to activate the effect of Mikazuchi to finally get the Bujin Regalia. Probably should have added it last turn, like I said, because then I would be able to set it and it would be right away put into use. He summons out Wind Up Warrior, and I was like, okay, because he's going to summon out Shark, that's fine. And then he's actually going to use the effect of Redox to bring back a rat. I didn't expect such a big explosion, but look at all the pluses that I've got over the past 2 turns with the effect of the Yamato and the effect of Mikazuchi. I'm not too scared. Even when he goes into this, I really don't think that this was a good call. But, you know, whatever. I get to summon out Mikazuchi anyways because it was destroyed. And then when he goes for the attack, he knows I should have cranes. So I just going to activate a crane and he's just going to surrender. So I felt like that was a very well played duel on both parts. You know, he used all of the cards he had in his possession. It just wasn't enough. And it showcases how Bujins play. Just play conservatively, generate pluses whenever you can, protect Yamato, and you'll be fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this duel. This is Gary GZ Duels, signing out.